G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. Spawning in the west side of the map. On the color blue, playing the deli because he is a lamer, it is Don Artie. Yes, it is the fan favorite Don Artie from Age of Empires 3. It's him, and he is going to be playing the deli. Classic Don Artie. Classic Don Artie. And take a look at this build order. What's he got going on here? A little bit of a wonky build order, Don, but I'm sure it'll pick up. Don't worry. On the other side of the map, spawning in as our Rus player with an elephant in the middle, you should be able to recognize him because that is the one and only Salami. Yes, he is out here doing what he does best. Steering deep. Oh my lord. Stealing deer and gathering sheep and probably doing like a little bit of Wallalols. I don't know. Salami typically is a guy that loves to do Wallalols, and he's playing a Wallalol Civ. So Wallalol Civs include the Rus, and I think also the deli to an extent because their units can move quite fast when they're carrying the relics. I think also the Holy Roman Empire could be considered a Wallalol Civ as well. But yes, I'm looking forward to seeing how this game unfolds. As you can see, both players are cognizant of the fact there is a Rus in the game. Hopefully Don realizes that he's going to be killing this. I actually played a ranked game earlier today, and I'm like, wait a minute, he's Rus. And I only realized after all my hunts were dead. And that wasn't a good time to be alive. Let's just put it that way. There were better things. And no, Don, don't do it. Don't forget. Oh, no, he's collecting the wolves. It's okay. He's collecting the wolves. He's fine. He remembers. All right, we're going to quickly change perspective. Oh, we did it. We did it. We don't have to hear the wolves anymore, boys. So, yes, if you change the perspective at the last second, or even before the last second, if you just change this perspective before the attack happens, you don't get the attack alarm. You guys want to get the attack alarm? Do we do it? Do we do it to him? You know, one of my requests to the devs is actually like, give us a volume slider for wolves. I legit want a volume slider for wolves, and I will turn them down to 1 out of 99 because that thing comes through at like 44,000 decibels. I was gonna say 44 decibels, but that's not that loud. I feel like I should almost be painting the meme. You know, the meme where it's like, what is it, like an airplane, a rock concert, and then it's like the alarm when you get attacked by a wolf. And it's like 1,073 decibels. Oh my lord, dude. Wolves all over the map. Salami doing a great job already of picking up plenty of the guy. You can see he's up to 215 at 2 minutes 30. And that's a pretty good amount to be at typically in this game. You can see he's got a whole bunch of sheep. But I'm getting concerned. Does he have any... He does have scouts nearby with sheep. But the thing is, I think he's getting idle villagers. And he's got to be careful here because there is always this little weird window as a Rus player where you might run out of sheep. Because your scouts are out on the map doing stuff, they collect all the sheep as you go, and you kind of just, you don't necessarily forget about it. No, you forget about it. You forget that you got to bring yourself back sheep. So Salami coming in right on time, not dropping them in underneath, instead just going to walk them in. A little bit like Liverpool there. They always try and walk it in. That's a football joke or an IT crowd joke if you've watched it. Liverpool, that's the thing. That's the thing about Arsenal. Sorry, it's the thing about Arsenal. They always try and walk it in. But now back over on the west side of the map. What does it even mean, dude? They always try and walk it in. What does that mean? Does it mean like they try and they don't avoid like kicking it from far away? I'm assuming that's what it means, like just getting it up and right to the net and then kicking it in. But we've got the age up coming through now for Don Artie. He's going to be going for the Dome of the Faith, so not going to go for the Tower of Victory. And it's kind of interesting watching Don Artie playing the deli because typically you would see him on like the English, but in this situation he's gone for the deli. And the deli on this map, I mean, they're pretty strong. They're pretty strong. It is Lipany, after all, and it means that they've got access to more berry patches. Don, don't do it, Don. Don't do what Don Artie does. Don't do what Don Artie does. Don donates a scout to his enemy, and now Don is completely blind. Don is completely blind. Don sees nothing. And Don is not happy because Salami's now reached the castle age, or rather the feudal age at 4 minutes 18, a pretty early age up time. And he's moving out to the boar. And you can see everybody is moving out to the boar. He's got 2 sets of 2 scouts. The scouts go marching 2 by 2. At least you can assume he's going out to the boar because that seems to be the thing. You can see, like, I like the way the boar appears, yet nothing else. Like the trees don't render, but the boar renders. That's because they care about Marine Lord's mum. But now back towards Don's base. He is completely blind. He gets out a second scout. So doing the right thing here. In this scenario, it makes a lot of sense to be getting out your second scout. And we see survival techniques also coming through for Don in this scenario. But we're going to have that age up coming through shortly. We're going to have all of our upgrades come through. Take a look at our production queue down here towards the bottom side of your screen. You're going to see a whole bunch of stuff come through any second. Any second. Don't worry. Don't worry. We will check in on Don shortly. But back towards back towards Salami. Oh, Don. I love Don. I love oh, technical difficulties, Don says. I love fighting with Don. Not fighting with him, bickering with Don. I kind of see Don as like a brother of mine, and it's like we're always just fighting with each other, but we love each other, but at the same time we're fighting with each other. It's a love-hate relationship. I think that's what that's called. Okay, Don, we're coming back now. Don's beautiful timing here. Going for horticulture, then after survival techniques, getting in all of his feudal age upgrades, yeah, going to be looking to try and take control of the early game economy. Now, keep in mind, playing the Delhi, he's going to be wanting to take those sacred sites early. When it comes to his sacred site spawns, they're not too bad. They're all out over on the map. So Salami, as any Delhi player is going to know, is one of the best Delhi players there is, and he's going to know how to counter this. So let's look to see how he does that. Scouts going to be under attack when the horseman comes for them. We saw Don was actually moving out here with some villagers. Indeed he was. So going to be looking to try and take control of this hunt. But up towards the north, we've still got Salami, who's very happily gathering up that boar. Now, what kind of production have we got in the base of Salami? Looks like a barracks going to be just starting us off. Obviously, Salami spotted out the horseman from his opponent, so he's going to be looking for a reaction. The reaction is a barracks. So that is a great thing to do. You know, if you spot an enemy making a horseman, then you make a barracks. And that's the way that it works. And I think to an extent that can also be abused. So, you know, Don, for all intents and purposes, could make a stable and make two horsemen out of it, and then never make them again. And then now you've got an opponent who's just making a whole bunch of spears, and they don't know how many they need. Do I need 5? Do I need 10? Do I need 20? How many spears do I need, Don? Tell me. And they never know, because they were hiding it in their town center all along. Horsemen now coming out to defend that Don Artie scout, and villagers going to be potentially under threat here. Now, one of the things to note is that the smart thing about this boar, and the reason I like taking the early boar like this, there's not a lot that you can do to counterplay it in the time that you're actually out on the map. Oh, beautiful little micro right there from Salami, actually making sure that that scout does stay alive. They all get back to the town center. He's going to be fine. So what do I mean by that? I mean, we're at 7 minutes 30, right? So we're pretty, like, early in this game. But you take a look at this boar. I mean, we can try and click on it. It's going to be very hard. But I would assume it's probably got about 1,000 food left in it. Salami doing Salami things. Look at Don picking up this villager already before then. Don Artie all over the game right now. But yeah, but essentially the argument that I've got is that by the time you get ready to challenge this position, because as you can see, this is very difficult to challenge. Salami going to be responding immediately, gets inside here. So Don can like come in here, he can harass, but he can't actually challenge this without a battering ram. If he had a battering ram, he'd be able to clear it. But then even then you've got villagers that can torch it. Like, you need a lot of stuff to actually get rid of this wooden fortress. And by the time that you've actually got that stuff to do it, it's not even meaningful to actually take it off your enemy because they would have moved on. The boar would have been gone, all of the food taken from it, and those villagers subsequently retreated. But now, it looks like Don, his opponent, is going to be looking to begin moving into a larger composition. We can see he's got the 2 archery ranges, the 2 barracks, the single stable coming down at this point. Back on Don's side, though, still struggling with infrastructure, it seems. Yet to see a barracks come out of Don, so still not yet doing that 3-in-1 build order that we love to see out of people like GUA, as an example. But Sacred Site in the middle getting contested. Both players looking to take control at the same time. Down towards the south, we see a spearman as well as 2 villagers moving down here. Scout is going to go down. That horseman was down there earlier, and Don looking to try and take control of the situation. You can see that we are playing on the new patch, so Delhi not as strong as they once used to be. We're seeing things like not the ability to heal up is nerfed significantly because one of the technologies that was available to our Delhi player, herbal medicine, is no longer available in the first age. Rather, it is available in the third age. And normally a push like this would have herbal medicine, but it doesn't anymore. And as a result, means it's going to be that Don is taking a little bit more damage as to what he would normally be used to. But he is going to capture up this sacred site. Now, keep in mind, up towards the north, we do have this second sacred site, but it's almost being covered by the wooden fortress here from Salami. So, very nice move from him. Beautiful hunting cabin placement, by the way, if I just would like to say. But now, second sacred site down towards the south is going to be the target for Don. But the question is, how does he get there? Because he can go through from this central sacred site, but think about his reinforcements. all of those reinforcements from Don are going to have to take the long way around. So Don going to be securing up the center here with some palisade walls. At the same time, we see a pretty big force starting to happen right now for Salami. Now, keep in mind behind this, Salami still yet to add in a second town center. So he is not really focusing so much on his economy. But in saying that, he has gotten his upgrades. We can see he's got his first level of wood upgrade when it comes to his hunting cabin. He's got wheelbarrows, still yet to get horticulture at this point in time. But now pushing back into the middle, you'll see the wooden walls come up, and I suspect he'll just be turning around because he'll appreciate that there's not much he can do against that. But no, does in fact decide to fight it. Don going to be falling back, at least for the moment. Going to be looking to regroup. We can see all those units coming back and finishing up that wall. And now back out towards this side. You can see Don still very happily gathering the hunt. Bit of a push coming around. Don going to be looking to pick off some of those spearmen on the front. Spearmen getting a great engage. Definitely very happy to be a spearman right now. You are fighting up against your sworn enemy, the horsemen. And indeed, all the horsemen looking like they might go down, but Don just having a larger mass at this point in time should be able to overrun his opponent. Now, keep in mind that production very, very close to this position here for Salami. So he's going to be able to reinforce this in the event that things do go south. And indeed, they do go south for Salami. He does have 3 knights remaining now, and slowly but steadily, he's going to be able to overcome his enemy with that extra production starting to really kick in. Don going to have to fall back from this position. We see that all the walls here look to have been created, and Don going to just be holding out in the center. I think he's actually going, he's just going to be going to build the walls. Appreciates the fact that his enemy can't really get into the walls, so if he just builds the walls, like, he's happy. He just gets to keep the sacred site, and that's exactly what he does. So very smart move from him there. I'm not even kidding you guys. I just sneezed. That's how cold it's getting in here. I gotta turn off that. Oh, damn, man. That was the second one coming back to haunt me. I gotta turn off that AC. All right, we're good. We're good. AC is off. Whew. All right, Don's managing to diversify his economy a little bit, heading into multiple berry patches, as you'd expect on a map like this, nice and open. Salami has taken the ball completely, now falls back onto the secondary hunt that he's got. Keep in mind, he did have that first hunt. Where is it? That first hunt here is still available as well. And now slowly but steadily sieging through the walls. Now, interesting to note, he's going for the one that is under construction here, because that is going to take a little bit more damage. Manages to break through there. Going to be able to get onto the sacred site, look to neutralize it. A single knight going to be coming out. No stand ground needed at this point in time. He's not too fussed about anything coming out there. But now Don is in a bit of a tough spot, because as the Delhi, what do you want to do? You want to take sacred sites. You want to have, ideally, on a map like this, you want to have 2 out of 3 sacred sites. I mean, in a perfect world, you want to have 3. But that's kind of crazy. I don't know if you can really guarantee that you're going to be having that sort of level of sacred site control, especially against a player of the caliber like Salami. But it now seems that Salami is going to be pushing out, looking to try and do some damage against his opponent. Salami now continues. He's got quite a lancer mass that's beginning to build up. He's also moving his archers out in a single group, keeping them all together, almost harnessing his inner great scythe. But now finds the villagers here on the berries. Going to be looking to retreat those berries. Don tries, looking like he's actually going to ungarrison all of his scholars. He's got 8 scholars coming out right now, looking to try and heal up in this battle. And a lot of these units now for Don going to be under stress, under pressure, as the horsemen do come out. Look at the amount of scholars he's got out here. Don really looking to try and abuse the scholar. Don, look at those scholars just healing up on the back line right now, doing such a great job. We enter into the cinematic mode as units try and pick off the scholars on the back line, but now even the villagers are getting into it. Also, the scholar looking to get up and dirty. I thought this guy was a religious unit. He's getting the fists out at this point. Don holding on as hard as he can, healing up these units. You can see how much health they're managing to survive with. And now at the same time, look at this. Salami trying to focus down Don's scholars. Was the scholar nerf not enough? Does the scholar need a healing rate reduction? These guys look incredible. And now Don, with the production closer to his base, or rather with the fight closer to his base, he's going to have the production advantage and manages to take control against Salami. And now all of a sudden, Salami's on the back foot, and we see another swing beginning as the score lead now is taken for Don. We can see that he's slightly ahead. Villager count right now reveals Don's on 34, 43 for Salami. So still a bit of a villager lead for him. But now back towards the base of Salami. Abbey of the Trinity coming in. So he is going age 3. Men-at-Arm flood should begin shortly. We can see that he is gathering up plenty of gold. He is gathering up plenty of food. Does he have the infrastructure for it? He's got 800 wood in the bank. Honestly, at this point, Salami, if I'm you, 1 villager barracks, 1 villager barracks, 1 villager barracks, 1 villager barracks. Drop like 4 barracks, 5 barracks back here. You got enough for it. 5 barracks and a bunch of and a house or 2, and you are fine. But you spent wood. You've spent wood somewhere. I'm not sure how you... I think you may have gone for a Golden Gate trade. I'm not sure exactly what you're doing, but I'm starting to get concerned for you because if there's one thing I know about Don, it is that he loves his death pushes, and he will really stick to it. When he plays Age of Empires 4, typically you see him playing on the English. He will stick to an age 2 death push for 25 minutes. He literally goes non-stop. Pedal to the metal, balls to the walls. He is always just pushing for those Age 2 death pushes. And let's see, because now it looks like he might be coming out. We can see that Don does scout out that there are deer. Actually, he should know that there are deer here from his minimap, and he heads right over towards his position. He's got no vision on it, but he knows that there's deer here. And as a result, he finds villagers. Going to be able to cause some idle villagers here. That's 9 villagers that are going to be going idle now for Salami. And he starts to struggle. We see horse archers coming out for Salami. This is concerning. Where are the men-at-arms at right now, Salami? You got to get the men-at-arms out right now. Where are those... Salami just in all sorts of places right now. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. A couple spearmen. He's getting vet spears in as well. But now starting to be flooded. We can see that his villages up towards the north have been found by a single horseman as the rest of them go to reinforce it. All of the food source now for Salami is completely idled. And remember that boar that he took earlier? That's gone completely. Don't even think about that. So now the villagers head up towards the wooden fortress, but that is a big siege army that is coming in. These guys are going to be happily able to siege down this wooden fortress, and Don Artie indeed looks to do that. Now back towards the base of Salami. I mean, we know that he's up 46 villages at the moment compared to the 39, but this is definitely going to even up the stakes. If 8 villagers go down here, it's going to give the advantage over to Don Artie. Even if it's by 1 or 2 villages, it's still an advantage, and Don Artie is the kind of guy to press that advantage. So now back towards Salami's base. What is he up to? He's pushing out towards this. He's trying to contest this. Instead of just giving the villagers away in this scenario, looks to commit the little army that he's got out here. He's got veteran spearmen, but against the archers of Don Artie, you've got to ask the question whether it's going to be worth it. The villagers trying their best to get away from it. Now turning around, villagers just going to get chased by a couple of horsemen, and now Don Artie once again looking to apply pressure to the wounds. And indeed, he's going to be able to do that. Horseman on the back line, probably going to get picked up by a horseman soon. Did I say horseman? Horse archer on the back line. But now continuing to heal up all of these scholars just doing God's work and keeping it alive. And now Don Artie looking incredibly good, going to be able to siege this down. The same time up towards the north, villagers pulling out their daggers. They're in for a fight. What do you say if you're in for something? You're in for a what? I can't remember the exact saying, but I felt like it applied then. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, then yeah, good for you. But now let's check with the production for Salami. 2 barracks, 2 archery range, 2 stables right now. In for a penny, in for a pound. Indeed, in for a penny, in for a pound. I mean, at this point, yeah, that is it. And look at the little bit of walls coming through right here. He's going to try and do a bit of a quick wall, lock himself in, or maybe lock his enemy out. Actually, that's not a bad play if you can do it quickly enough, but it doesn't look like he's going to have the space. You can see he's really trying, and now Don Artie's army moving across the map. A lot of villagers coming out here. Keep in mind, he's going for a keep drop. He's looking to try and get it down. Wallalo going to be coming out. Don Artie going to have to fall back in this position. Villagers going to continue moving forward. At the same time, there's not enough mass here, and keep in mind, it all goes back to the fact that he threw it away up towards the north, taking that fight when he didn't really need to. Villagers continuing to move out, looking to try and make something on the opposite side of the map, but Don's death push continues pushing through right now in the center of the map. Archers doing so well to clean up, as well as all these horsemen, and Don's Age 2 army is taking control. Forward keep coming down, but it looks doubtful that this is going to get up at all. More horsemen, more spears, more archers looking to clean it up. Don Artie looking to clinch this game right here, right now, as he begins to push into his opponent's base. Don Artie looking ever so strong. Salami taps out. Good game gets called. That keep is not getting up. Fellas, if you've enjoyed this game, make sure you check out Age of Empires 4, whether it be on YouTube, on Twitch, on Steam. Come say good day. Come enjoy the game because it is popping off right now. Ranked season just got released, and I'll see you there. Thank you so much for watching.